we launch into this week's vlog, I'd just like to give you guys a bit of an update on the publication of Every Time He Dies. I will be revealing the cover on August 15. If you haven't joined my newsletter yet, then I highly recommend that you do. Everyone who joins my email newsletter will gain access to exclusive pre-launch details before anyone else. This includes competitions, free downloads, and early access to novel content. Fuck yeah! Plus, you'll gain free access to my downloadable workbook, the Writers Kickstarter Pack, How to Start a Blog and Get Published. So what are you waiting for? The link is below. Now, on to this week's video. Welcome back. This week's video is all about why starting small may be the best way to start. Writing a book is a big deal, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. We have a tendency to think that the bigger the book, the better. But if you're just starting, or if you want to engage with a creative project minus the pressure, then starting small may be the better option for you. I recommend writing a tiny story. Instead of sitting down to write a multi-generational family saga, maybe you should try writing a tiny story about a child and their toy, an unexpected encounter, an uninvited guest, or a mysterious package that arrived in the mail. You could set a tiny word count between 10 or 500 words and treat this story as preciously or as unpreciously as you want. Scribble something out in 5 minutes or spend an entire afternoon perfecting its ornate language. Then, and here's the kicker, I want you to publish it. Post it on your social media page or all your social media pages, or stick it up on your blog. Submit it to a short story competition or a flash fiction competition. Now, if you really can't stomach publishing your tiny, beautiful story, then maybe you can read it to your partner or your parents or your best friend. Hell, read it to your dog. By doing this, you'll learn how to intensely engage with your writing, but you'll also learn how to release it. So we've talked about writing a tiny story, but maybe you would rather write a tiny book. Instead of writing an epic fantasy, you could write a tiny book. This tiny book could be a collection of tiny stories, or it could be one beautiful tiny story. Your tiny book could be anywhere from 30 pages long to 120. You could write a tiny story from the perspective of your cat. Or you could write a tiny story about a boy wandering lost in the city and then flip it and tell it from the parent's perspective. You could write a story about relocating to Mars or about a girl who travels back in time to meet David Bowie. Oh wait, I already did that. The link is below. Once you've finished your tiny book, make a book cover or hire somebody else to do it for you, and then publish your book on Amazon or Ingram Spark. If technology ain't your jam, you can always print it and leave it on your partner's bedside table, or slip it beneath the door at your best friend's house. Or maybe you could slip it between the covers of a book at your local library or bookstore. You little wild devil you. Writing can be very serious, but it can also be a tiny bit magical. You can write a long book or a very short book, but the length of the book is not reflective of its quality or the level of joy you felt while writing it. Write long books, but write tiny books too. I look forward to reading what you come up with. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up or feel free to subscribe. Know that you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I also have a website, taraeast.com, where I post weekly writing advice blogs. If you sign up for my weekly email newsletter, you'll also gain access to my free writer's workbook, How to Start a Blog and Get Published. I so hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.